Hey y'all, it's Sierra, aka Capricorn Moon Goddess, back with another video for you all. I am trying to talk softly because not everybody is awake in my household, so hopefully y'all can hear me. This reading is going to be regarding your relationship with your mother, so maternal situations, mother situations. What do you need to know about your relationship? This could be a variety of different things. It could be how your mother feels about you, why she feels that way, why your relationship is the way it is, anything that she may be dealing with or needing to heal from herself that could be impacting your relationship. So, originally I was going to do a pick a card so I could have like as many scenarios as possible, but what I'm probably going to do is just make this a series of videos because the pick a card videos are so long. It takes a while to upload them and all of that, like in process, and it just takes forever for the video upload process. So I'll probably just do a series of smaller videos and you can decide from the title perhaps which video you're drawn to. So we are starting off with the 10 of Pentacles. So this is letting me know there is some generational trauma here when it comes to your relationship with your mother. The 10 of Pentacles card can be about foundation, but it can also be about legacy. So there's some sort of legacy or generational issues that are being played out here in the relationship between you and your mother. We'll get into some past life stuff as well. Some of you do have past lives with your mothers. We have the 4 of Wands. So yeah, definitely some generational situations here going on in your relationship with your mom. Okay. Because 4 of Wands is like the card of family. It's the card of celebrations. It could be the card of marriage. So there could be a history of marital problems in your family tree that could be causing maybe some bitterness or I don't know, something with your mom or the way that your mom sees you. We have the Knight of Swords. So this is letting me know that your mother is not as mature when it comes to communication. She may just say things in a very harsh way without necessarily thinking about it. But the Knight of Swords is telling me it's not as methodical. It's not like she sits here and plans to like play mind games with you. I would say the King of Swords would be more so of like diabolical planning to talk to you a certain way or abuse you a certain way in order to make you feel bad about yourself. Like she doesn't have this evil genius type thing going on with her. She's just very impulsive with the things that she says, doesn't think about how it's going to affect other people, things of that nature. We have the 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups here. And then we have the 7 of Swords. So this is letting me know that she may want to be more nurturing. So you may have issues with your mom as far as her not being as nurturing, like tending to like the garden here. Like this person or the skeleton is tending to a garden here. We have water in these cards. We have the watering can and we have the 3 of Cups. So but that's telling me that she may want to be nurturing and more emotionally connected to you. But with the 7 of Swords, she is very defensive because of the way... Sorry, I moved my marker out of the way by accident. I forgot I have this here so I know like where to put my cards. 7 of Swords, she has been done wrong. She has been mistreated. People have taken her kindness for weakness. So possibly cheated on in relationships or cheated by friends and family. This casket says hope and reflection. And I think reflection is a great word here. Her lack of emotional connectivity to you, or showing affection, is a reflection of how defensive she is. So just used to people like basically using things against her. Soon as she lets her guard down and try to be nice and cool with people, she's experienced people turning on her, essentially. She could possibly be nurturing in other ways, though, as far as maybe being a protective mother, or showing you like the proper way to behave in public, showing you like how to cook, how to clean, how to take care of yourself. So she may do the other things that are required of a parent, but just not as emotionally connected. We have King of Pentacles. So that's telling me that she may provide you with the finances that you need. You may have grown up having everything you needed. Maybe not everything you wanted, but having everything you needed growing up. She was able to provide that. With the Hierophant, she was able to provide leadership and guidance as far as, you know, how to be a productive citizen in society and how to be a good person, how to be a good student. You know, you did get some life lessons from her. However, there's a lot going on with marriages here too. The Hierophant represents marriage. Four of Wands, I say, it could be a marriage. So there could have been a divorce situation that affected the way that your mother treated you. Just being betrayed possibly by her husband. Assuming she was married to a man for the most part. The age group that's watching this probably was like she was married to a man, but you know, do whatever you have to do to reverse the roles if you need to. Your mother could be a Taurus with this Hierophant card. So if she is a Taurus, that definitely makes sense why we have 10 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, like 3 of Pentacles. So this is somebody that probably cares a lot about money. Maybe they cared more so about money than being a parent or taking care of their children. However it goes. For some of you, your mother cared more about money than you, which may have put strains on your relationships. And for some of you, your mother wasn't as emotionally connected to you, but were able to provide you with the finances that you need. Temperance, your mom could be a Sagittarius. You could be a Sagittarius. I feel like the Hierophant and being Taurus and the Sagittarius card kind of clash maybe a little bit, because Sagittarius is more like free-spirited and the Hierophant is more like traditional. So you could be having a clash as far as the generational differences between you and your mom. Like maybe your mom comes from that generation. Children are seen, not heard. Children respect their parents no matter what. You can't defend yourself. You can't say anything back to them. You can't, even as a grown-up, you may have a overbearing mom as far as she can disrespect you, but you can't disrespect her, because kids aren't supposed to disrespect their parents, even if you are like just protecting yourself against what she's doing to you. But you have a different way of looking at it. You feel like, hey, I'm grown. If you come at me crazy, I might be respectful. I'm not going to treat you like a person off the street, but I'm still going to have to let you know that you need to be respectful when you speak to me. Okay, so y'all could be having some issues with that. We've got Temperance and the 10 of Wands. So this is also letting me know that your mother could possibly have an emotional imbalance, maybe a chemical imbalance that could be affecting the way she treats you. She could be dealing with menopause as well. That could be affecting the way that she treats you, like some sort of hormonal situation. For some of you, we've got the Justice card, which represents Libra. You could be a Libra. Your mom could be a Libra. Justice is about balance and Temperance is about balance. And then we got 10 of Wands. So yeah, this is letting me know there is some sort of emotional imbalance here when it comes to some of your mothers. And that's why they treated you the way that they did. Could also be a situation where if your mother got a divorce, maybe the father figure did not, once they divorced, stopped helping. So like all the financial responsibility then fell onto the plate of your mother, which could have caused some issues as well, because we got the Four of Pentacles. So there could have been some issues as far as being in a marriage where she was financially stable, getting a divorce, and now all the financial responsibility and the responsibility for the children are on her. So it just kind of like naturally created like stress, frustration, feelings of inadequacy. A lot of the times when people are angry and it seems like they really hate us, it's because they feel inadequate and they feel like I should be able to provide for my kids, or I should be able to do this or do that for my kids, and I can't. And seeing your face is a reminder of something they feel inadequate of. Also, you could possibly remind your mother of your father, and if she doesn't have a fond memories, or depending on how bad the split up was, that could be causing an issue as well. That's one of the classic things that we hear about, where people will say their moms dislike them because they look like their father. So I'm trying to keep this wire from falling and I'm not doing a good job. Tell me more about the relationship, the maternal relationship between the collective and their mothers. We got creator, catalyst, maker, mother, father. They brought you into this world. They can take you out. Have you heard that? Have you heard that? It's kind of like, hey, without me, you wouldn't exist. So you have to respect me no matter what. This is how your mother feels, okay? Primal, connecting deep within, sacred dance, instinct. Like I said, you have more of the Sagittarius, free-spirited type energy, where you don't necessarily do things just because you were told to do them or just because you were raised to do something a certain way. You do things based on your instincts, based on your intuition, based on your connection to your higher power and what you feel is right. This is something that could be bothering your mother if whatever you decide to do goes against her religion or the things that she taught you, okay? Resurrection, reprise, recovery, comeback. So it looks like if you are having issues with your mom, she does want to recover the relationship. She does want to have a better relationship with you, but I don't know if she has the ability. I think I said something like that earlier with the first set of cards. It's not like she wants to. I think I said with the Knight of Swords, it's not like she wants to argue, fuss, and fight. She just, quite frankly, is less emotionally mature. So that's kind of, in my opinion, might be worse than somebody who's doing it on purpose. Because if somebody's doing it on purpose, talking to you crazy, this or that, I think you might have a better chance of them not doing it anymore than somebody who can't control it and somebody who just lashes out and doesn't know why. Because first of all, they might not even recognize they have a problem to even try to fix it. I don't know. We have eternal youth, energy, newness, vitality. So yes, your mom is wanting a new energy around the relationship that y'all have, but she wants it to be stronger with this vitality. However, with this eternal youth, it's also, like I said, she's immature. She might be older than you, but she's emotionally immature. So I don't know if that's gonna work, okay? We have reason, listen to advice, think clearly, intellect. She doesn't like that you think for yourself, that you don't do things exactly the way she would do them. Um, I think you listen to advice and constructive criticism, but ultimately you rely on your own intuition and your own intellect to make decisions. And sometimes those decisions go against what your mother feels you should do. Courtesy, thoughtful, polite, good manners. Yeah, your mother feels like you are disrespectful. They feel like you're disrespectful, not because you are disrespectful, but how dare you not do everything the way they tell you to do it, even though you're an adult. They may feel like you talk back to them, even though you're only like defending yourself in certain situations. Most likely you hold back and you don't even go like full force with whatever it is that you want to say. You know, or your mom. Some of y'all just got straight up disrespectful moms, and you might have had to like really go off on your mom before, but it wasn't disrespectful. It's because the way she came at you was out of line. Oops. We got the monster within, internal struggle, personal challenges, wanting to improve. So remember, I said she wants to improve. Does she have the ability? And it's not looking like it right now. We have faith, trust, unwavering, and confidence. Yeah, she feels like you waver, like you may not take her side all the time. Like if it's a dispute between her and another family member, she probably wants you to be on her side all the time. Yeah, it's something about you not being under her control. Compassion, empathy, simpatico, kindness. Your mother is very sensitive, very, very sensitive. She may not show compassion, but she expects it. We got, hold on, because the cards are sticking. We have the past of prison, bitterness, grudge, refusal to let go. There's something she's not letting go of, some sort of grudge she's holding against you and or your father that's affecting the relationship with you and her. We have nobility, honor, high standards, idealistic. She expects to be treated a certain way because she's your mom and she brought you into this earth. You should honor your mother and father at all times, okay? Don't they like to be saying that? But she doesn't treat you with the same honor and respect. I kept seeing the nightmare card as well, so it's almost like you turning out to be better than her in her mind is like her worst nightmare. There is a secret competition going on. We have the healer card, so you could be the person that the ancestors have chosen in your family line to heal the bloodline, and that could be causing some tension between you and your mother. That could, the relationship dynamics between you and your mother are most likely needed. They were needed for you to be able to tap into these healer abilities, but it could be causing some sort of secret competition as far as if you have been using your healing powers, and if you have a business about surrounding healing people. It could be skincare, it could be a spiritual business, it could be life coaching, it could be motivational speaking. Something that you do is something that your mom may actually want to be able to do as well, but she's not the one that's chosen in the family to carry it out, like to break the generational curses. I just saw the companion card and the child card. So you may have a mom that says things like, I'm not my child's friend. I'm not your friend. I'm your mama. You know, she might say that kind of stuff. Like, don't talk to me that way. I'm not your friend. I'm your mama. You better talk to me with some respect. We have the rescuer and the rebel. So like I said, you do have a mother that is very protective over you. So it could be a dynamic to where if somebody else does something to you, she will be ready to go to war to defend you, but she can't see the things that she does wrong to you. We have the rebel. So you, like I've been saying, you don't do whatever she tells you to do. That's a problem. And we got the mother. Like you rebelling against maybe some of the things she taught you, or trying to break generational curses. It might look like rebelling to her, and she might be taking it personal when it's not personal. You just have decided that now that you're an adult, you're gonna handle your family a different type of way. Maybe you're raising your kids a different type of way. It's something about your life that you are doing differently than how she ran her life, or you're going against whatever she felt like you should be doing for a career or your religion or whatever. And she's taking it personal, like a personal attack on her. We have the Democrat. So yeah, you don't always take her side all the time. The Alchemist. You're very good with manifestation. You're very good with transmutation, taking lemons and turning them into lemonade. Something about y'all possibly having to do with business as well, like being a better business person. We have the caregiver. She is able to see that you have the empathy and the ability to display affection that she's missing. So she's seeing that there's certain things that she's not able to do that you are able to do, which is not bad. It's like you should want your children to be better than you. But she has a problem because she thinks you're better than her at something. And we got 3, and then we got 33. So that's 3, 3, 3. You are more balanced than she is, okay? You are more balanced. We got the Alchemist again. And I don't know if this person knows they put the Alchemist in here twice. I think there's a couple cards that are in here twice. We have Caroline on this card. Your mom could be named Caroline, or you could be from the Carolinas, North or South. Your mom could be in her 40s, or you could be in your 40s. Actually, I'm 33. This 33 on here. You could be 33. Something about your ability to create things. You're more creative than your mother is. And that's bothering her. There's a companion card. I'm not your friend, I'm your mama. And we have the storyteller. So she has selective memory, okay? And we, like growing up, we weren't allowed to say adults were liars. We had to say they were telling a story, or you're a storyteller. That means you're a liar. So your mom may have selective memory and doesn't remember things the way they actually happened. So trying to have a conversation with her, or a come to Jesus moment with her, or something like that, it's kind of tough because she doesn't recall the events the same way you do. The Lover. Yeah, there's something with your father or an ex-husband of your mom's that's affecting the way that she's behaving as well. And then we have the Sage. You're very wise. Very wise. And it's intimidating. It's intimidating. I feel like people listen to you a lot. You may have a following. You may have a social media with a large following, or you have a business and you're doing well in your business or something like that. We got the Priest card. Like you could be a motivational speaker or something like that. We got the Hero. Like some people see you as someone who is not necessarily a hero, but like somebody who they can look to for help. And then your mom has a hero complex, like she wants to be able to like do for you and save you from situations. You might be a little bit too independent. Okay, so let's get into some traits and things that your mom may have that could be causing her to act the way she is. We got the companion card again. Something with relationships, the way her romantic relationships have gone, people not being loyal, people being selfish. Your mom might be selfish because other people have been selfish with her. And we have athlete. If your mom, you know what they say about people who are married to athletes, like maybe she was and maybe she wasn't, but this is representing somebody who cheats a lot, somebody who gets a lot of attention. So your mom could have been with somebody that had a little bit of clout, or they had a roster of women, or they had the resources that allow them to be able to cheat or something. I don't know. They were very popular, possibly very outgoing. Your mom, maybe more of a not so outgoing person with this hermit card. They may like to, she may have liked to stay to herself, and she may have been in a relationship with somebody that was more outgoing. Somebody that took advantage of the fact that she wasn't as outgoing. So maybe they had a lot of freedom to do certain things and betrayed your mom's trust, possibly. We have a martyr card. I told you, for some reason, your mom is like very protective over you. You may not even realize she would give her life for you. But this also says addiction to self-pity. You know how people like to make themselves a martyr so they can make themselves, woe is me, so people can feel bad for themselves, for them. Like, they may walk around just sad all the time. Like, you just depressed and sad all the time. And it's not for some of them, it is a chemical thing, but for some of them, it is a choice. You are choosing to be this way. You are choosing to walk around with a long face all day. Like, smile. Sheesh, you may be very upbeat and happy going, and it might be so annoying to your mom the way that you are, because she's more so like a sulking around kind of person for some of you. Okay. What else do we have for the collective? Oh, wait. I wanted to get some more archetype cards. What else do we have, the collective, that they need to know? We have the forgotten, missed opportunities, fear of failure. So she could have a fear of failure. Possibly missed opportunities from having to focus on family life and maybe not so much things that she wanted to do in her life, which happens a lot with being a parent. You have to give up so much. So there is some validity in any parent feeling that way. The tailor, attention to detail, pride. She could be very, very well dressed, very fashionable, very like regal looking. People look up to her a lot also. People may seek her out for mentorship. We have the patron, mentorship and finances. Something with finances keep coming up here. She could also be like a fashion designer or a tailor. Like, she may like to sew a lot. But we have pride here too. We have pride here. And I always tell people there's a difference between dignity and pride. Dignity, I feel like, is the more positive one. We have the painter, production, creation. Some sort of competition here with creativity. She also could be painting you out to be the villain to other people. We have the runaway, secrets, running from problems. Maybe you were a runaway as a child, or your mom possibly was. Maybe she didn't have the best environment, family environment growing up. So it could be a maternal bloodline issue just going from generation to generation to generation. We got another card talking about opportunities and growth. So she may feel like she missed out on some opportunities because of having to be a parent. The divine timing evaluation. You could be a reader also, and that could be like bothering her because that's against her religion. Both of you are very smart. We got the scholar, investigation, research. I think I want to say, for whatever reason, I'm feeling the need to draw a parallel between smart and intelligent. I feel like smart people know things because they were taught to know them, like, or they may make smart moves. But to me, it's more so you can possibly retain information that you were taught. You can retain information well and you can regurgitate it. But intelligence is more so like you retain information, you take it in, but you also investigate, research, like use your own intuition to determine like if that's information that you want to accept as truth or just information. I feel like you look more into information to determine if it's truth, if you want to accept it as truth, or if it's just something that somebody said. Or if it's just a theory somebody has. But, so there may be some things that you reject that she may see as truths, which could be causing an issue. And then we got the acolyte, which I've never heard of. New projects and learning. I feel like you really, really love to learn. We have the guide, inheritance and correction. Yeah, so inheritance and correction, very interesting words here. Because like I said, I feel like you have been chosen as the generational curse breaker for your family, and you are making the corrections that need to be made, even though there may be certain things your family accepted as truth or the way to do things, and you're like, nah, I'm not doing things that way. Sorry. It's causing an issue. Not the storyteller again. Somebody is a liar. Storyteller. Viewpoints and control. Okay? The way you view something, your mom could be viewing it in a totally different lens. And even though she recounts things differently, and maybe didn't even happen the way she, like in her mind it did. Through her lens, through her filter, whatever she's saying is true. However you acted, however she's saying you acted is true. Everybody interprets things differently, but some things is just like a fact. But I think she has alternative facts. Like, no, that didn't happen the way you said it happened. And I don't want to hear about, oh, I interpreted it this way. No, there was no reason you should have interpreted it that way, except for the fact that you wanted to. She might like to play with semantics a lot. What does the collective's mother need to release? Surrender to rest and sleep. Okay, so like I said, she may have had to work really hard to like make sure you were taken care of. So she may have experienced being burnt out. She may have experienced not being able to do certain things she wanted to do or get accomplished. We have surrender procrastination. She might have an issue with your ambition and drive. There may have been things that you all both wanted to do, like similar things, but maybe you got to it first. So it's like, dang, she or he's always beating me to doing something. Surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. What did I just say? I said they want to say things like, oh, well, that's how I interpreted it. No, you chose to interpret it that way. You chose to try to find a problem with something I said or did. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. Surrender low self-esteem. Your mom has low self-esteem when it comes to, may not be overall low self-esteem, but just when it comes to something in particular, and it's something that you're really good at, or maybe you're very, very confident and it kind of like bothers her a little bit. It says you deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Surrender to passion. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. I'm telling you, there's something that your mom wanted to do with her life that she didn't do, or she hasn't accomplished certain things that she wanted to accomplish by this particular age. And it's really just bothering her, and it's making her walk around like somebody stole your bike. Like he said on Love Jones. Why are you walking around like somebody stole your effing bike? Shout out to Lorenz Tate and Nia Long. Okay, Lorenz Tate was one of my childhood crushes as far as actors. Okay, maybe I need to go watch Love Jones today. I might need to watch that today. It's Friday, but it feels like a Saturday because I'm off work. So maybe I need to chill and watch Love Jones. Surrender your ego. You could be a 90s kid. You could be a 90s kid like me, you know, when all those movies are coming out. And what do they call us? They call us millennials. And you know, people got something to say about millennials and Generation X. What's the people after us? Generation X? I don't know, X, Z, whatever. So yeah, like I said, there could be just some generational issues. We have surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Got ego issues here. Surrender to non-action. Not only do we have procrastination, but we have non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. This tells me that your mom may not allow you the space you need when you're upset, or when you're in like an argument. You might be like, okay, just leave me alone. Let me just give me my space so I can chill. And it's like, no, you need to talk to me now. We gonna have this conversation now. Like not giving you the proper space you need, which can result in an even bigger issue than if you just leave people alone, let them calm down, and then y'all can come together later and talk about it. Your mom is not that kind of person. Look, we got surrender to stubbornness. Very, very stubborn. We got resentful. And we got fear of intimacy and denial. Yeah, your mom got all these issues. We already talked about some of them, so I'm not even about to go into them again. We talked about the fear of intimacy because people, you know, betrayed her trust. We got anxiety. She could be on anxiety medication, or she could be drinking or taking some other substance to deal with anxiety, like self-medicating. And nothing's wrong with being on anxiety medication. So, I'm not saying there's an issue with that. That's just, you know, something that can help you identify if this reading is really about your mother. Okay, so we have unloved. So she may have felt unloved a lot in her life, and she has resentment because of that. Resentment came out twice. Okay. We have guilt, so she may be suffering from mommy guilt. You know, moms have the pressure, feeling like they have to be perfect. So if you go to her and you tell her somewhere where she may have dropped the ball, or something that she may have done or said that upset you, her feelings of guilt consume her to the point where she just wants to be, remember we had denial, she'd rather deny something happened or not take full accountability for it. Like, oh, I didn't mean what I said, I didn't mean to say it that way, I didn't mean to do it, because she can't handle the guilt that comes with taking full accountability. So she has accountability issues because she's just dramatic, okay? Like, look, denial came out. Like, if I tell you you did something wrong to me, you don't gotta like hate yourself forever. Just be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll do better. But she'll be like really like taking it really hard, and it could be something real simple that you like, can you just not do that anymore? She has anger issues for some of you. They may not come out in the way of most people expressing anger, which is, you know, out loud, throwing things around, physically expressing it. She expresses her anger through resentment and being bitter, like, I'm gonna get you back one day. She might do little things to like for payback. You gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention. She might do little things for payback and you might not even realize it. We got humiliation. She may have felt humiliated by somebody who betrayed her. She also has a fear of failure and a fear of being humiliated, feeling abandoned. She has abandonment issues, self-conscious issues. You might be a very natural, it says self-conscious to naturalness. You might be a very natural person, natural hair. Maybe you don't wear a whole lot of makeup. Like, you don't do a whole lot to yourself, but you may also spruce yourself up every once in a while. Something about your authenticity, it bothers her. Bitterness, dang, didn't I say that? Obsession with being perfect. You got horror, unsupported. Didn't this come out again? Or I guess it was unloved. Restlessness, staying up at night because of this anxiety. We got anxiety, not able to sleep at night. Confusion and failure. Yeah, she has a fear of failure. You must be a very, very powerful person because you are intimidating. You are intimidating. Let's see if there's any past life issues that could be affecting your relationship with your mother here. If you've had past lives with your mother, then there's most likely going to be some sort of tension. And it could be stemming from past lives, not this current life. Okay, we have bully. So you could have been your mom's bully in a past life, or she could have been your bully in a past life, and you're having to still go through that same dynamic. So it could be a karmic relationship that you have with your mom where she is a bully, and it's some sort of cycle where you, like, your first bully could have been your mom. And there's a reason, because it's connected to something in a past life where you're still having to like work through those issues and learn how to stand up for yourself. Okay, so the lesson here was abuse of technology. Time frame, age of Atlantis. So your mom could be the type of person that like texts you all day, calls you all day, harassing you with that abuse of technology. Any more past life lessons or issues here? So on the back we have forced conversion, and on the front we have nature worship. So you could be having issues with your mom not liking your spirituality, whatever you choose to do for spirituality. And that could be stemming from a past life where you also were forced to worship a certain way, because it says forced conversion here. So your mother could have been like a missionary or somebody in a past life that was a part of forcing people to convert or assimilate, okay? And the fact that you're not assimilating in this lifetime is really bothering her, but that's a good thing, because you are most likely not gonna have to deal with this lesson again in the next life if you like do it right this time. We have for love, deceived, or betrayed. So that seems to be playing out in your mom's life still in this lifetime, being deceived or betrayed by a lover. Oh, it says you were her grandchild. So you were the grandchild to your mom in a prior life. Okay, but you're like her actual child in this life. So, interesting. What other past life issues are present here? Swindler. Oh, wow. Somebody was a thief. The trauma here is abandonment. So, yeah, your mom is still having abandonment issues from a past life. And also, she may be feeling swindled or taken advantage of in this life. We got healer. So you could have also been a healer in a past life, and that is why you're a healer in this life. Those traits and those that knowledge has passed on into this life. It says faith healer, herbalist, doctor, or midwife. The lesson here is accountability. So either you or your mom are having to go through a lesson of accountability stemming from past life. You were a slave or concubine. So here, I'm not going to get into, okay. With the past life stuff, it's hard for people to grasp. So there's some other information I'm getting here with this, but I'm not going to say it because it's going to be too hard for people to grasp. So I'm going to just leave it there, okay? But slave or concubine, so your mom could have been a slave owner, or I'm not going to get into the concubine thing. And there was something on this card that I was going to, but I'm not going to get into it because it's going to be too hard for people to get. So we just going to leave it there. Past life stuff can be mind-blowing. It can be hard to grasp, okay? We have devil, dark magic, exorcist, possessed, cursed. So either you or your mom practiced dark magic in a past life. So we have cursed here. So there could be a curse on either you or your mom or your bloodline because of this. It says you were primal or aboriginal. So yeah, you all most likely practiced like the cultural faith at that time. Aboriginals are in Australia, I believe. I think that's where you hear the term most, Aboriginal. So some sort of tribe y'all were a part of. It's interesting that the death was war though with Aboriginal. Oh, well, it says the location was the Baltics or Central Europe, but I'm getting Australia from Aboriginal, to be honest. But it could have been Europe as well. That would make more sense as far as war. Maybe you all were on opposite sides of the war also, so you're still battling to this day. What else for past life issues? Military, yeah. Some of y'all definitely were in the military in a past life. Or your mom was in the military, so she may be very militant in this life. She could still be in the military in this life. We keep getting guilty conscience. We got guilty conscience twice here, and then we got guilty in conscience in another deck. Something about some sort of subconscious guilt that your mom is having that she needs to heal from, because it's making her act and project. It's making her project those feelings onto other people. Like, she's the type of person that will do something to you and then say you did it to her. Oh my goodness. We got grandchild again. So some of you definitely were, your mom was your grandmother or grandfather in a previous life. Some of y'all were in Colombia. Oh wait, no, pre-Columbian Americans, so Native Americans. The lesson is prophecy and gifts. So yeah, your mom is having to be able to accept the fact that you are a prophet. You have prophetic dreams. You have prophetic gifts. Your mom most likely has these too, but maybe more so on the religious side than the spiritual side. So yeah, something about you not staying in line, your mom being very militant, and having an issue with your spirituality is stemming from a past life. So I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Please like, share, and subscribe. I could definitely get a lot deeper with these, but I'm not trying to make it too dark today. So we just going to leave it there. If it resonated with you, please feel free to let us know in the comments section. Please don't use this as a way of, I don't know, stewing in trauma. Like, use it as something to help you move forward and not, hopefully it didn't trigger you and make you feel bad, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so thank you for taking the time to watch. Please like, share, and subscribe. Toodles.